Right about now, Tapiwa, I want to introduce one of my personal favorite artists in Canada. He goes by the name of Bizmo, and he's got this song, and I want folks to check this out on YouTube. It's called the Best Summer Song by Bizmo. So let's give a listen to this one.
Dash your hard try something, yeah. Sure to sure we walk it down to the cabin, y'all have to come. When we party, a morning party done. All fish pan grill on the shotty cup. Somebody get way, somebody get liquor,
That is the music of Bizmo. The track is called Summer Song. Mr. Bizmo, you are a winner. And I can tell you, iHouseRecords, from this day on, everybody will be talking about them because you guys are winners. I like what you're doing. And you've actually introduced 6K to our listening community. Because I'm sure, including myself and Tapiwa, that most of us only thought about 4K technology. You've got 6K. And we're going to be checking out the video. It's going to be posted on YouTube. In the meantime, here's Freddie McGregor on 102.7 FM Radio Waterloo. This one is called I Was Born a Winner. You can shut the camera on this one. This one is starring Louis Rankin, Sadiq Morrison, otherwise known as Bizmo, and Pacino. Small World is the name of the movie. It's a hot, new Jamaican movie. It's going to be in the theater soon, isn't it?
They closed out on Sunday. They did an amazing job.
Well, you know what? Again, I want to send a big shout out to Bizmo. He's in the house, and we're going to talk to him. This young man is talented. He's an artist, he's a writer, he's a star producer, and he's also the owner of iHouseRecords. So we're going to talk to him. So here's 50 Cents. I'm going to play his track just before I do my interview with Bizmo, owner of iHouseRecords. He's in the house. We're excited. This man is... The stuff that he does is quality, and that's what I like about what he does. In the meantime, though, let's play this track from 50 Cent. It's one of my favorites. This one he did with Olivia. It's called Candy Shop.
Oh.
I know you like it. Here it is. Candy Shop on 102.7 FM. Afternoon Drive with DJ Cool continues. Coming up, we're going to be chatting with Bizmo.
Candy Shop. One more taste of what I got. I'll have to spend all you got.
Come on.
You're going to hit the spot.
The track is called Candy Shop, featuring Olivia. And of course, I have in studios with me today at 102.7 FM on the Afternoon Drive with DJ Cool and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, in studio today we have the owner of iHouseRecords, one of the most talented artists, writer, movie star, producer, and of course, as I said before, owner of a business. Young man, I'm so proud of you because you are young. You could be doing a lot of stuff with your life, but you chose to do what you're doing. Tell us about yourself.
Well, music is the first love, you know what I mean? So everything to do with that, you know what I mean? I just fall in love with the whole business, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? You have worked with a lot of artists, and for example, I know that you've worked with some of the big names in reggae music, not just reggae though, because you're into all genre of music. You're into reggae, hip hop, R&B.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about some of the people that you've worked with.
Well, I've produced for a lot of artists, you know what I mean? I've done production for Ching Ching, Black Rhino, Navina, Chase Cross, Louis Rankin. The list goes on, you know what I mean? I write for a lot of people and I produce, you know what I mean?
And you also work with Drake, because I know that Drake is a big name in Canada. Can you tell us about your experience with Drake?
Well, you know what I mean? We work together already in the sense, you know what I mean? They were shooting a music video and they went to run, you know what I mean? So they call us and say, you know what I mean? We need to roll out, you know what I mean? So we roll and it was P-Rain and P-Rain's video, you know what I mean? And much music.
You gotta tell us why you got into this business, because so many people do different things. You could have been playing basketball, hockey, tell us about why you got into this business of entertainment.
Well, I'm good at it, you know what I mean? And a lot of these producers are, you know what I mean, overpricing these artists, you know what I mean? So when you come to iHouse, you know what I mean, that's the one-stop shop. You get everything done there, the best quality, you know what I mean, in Toronto right now, you know what I mean? So I'm just here to help these artists who can't find it, you know what I mean?
Well, I like the fact that you say that, because there's so many people that are into the entertainment business, but they really don't care much about quality. in your case, quality is very important to you. Isn't that true?
Believe that. Just check it out, man. iHouseRecords.com, you know what I mean? You work on your phone, mobile, it's up, you know what I mean? Going, it's like that.
And you have something which is bigger than even 4K. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
You know, we have the 6K video, we have 4K. We, you know what I mean? We show the highest quality because, you know what I mean? We're going out there, and whoever's trying to stop us, tell them, so we're going, you know what I mean? So every time we come in Amory, you know what I mean? Boom.
Now, Chapiwa, do you have a question for him?
I just want to figure out how did you get started?
Started, well, you know what I mean? It's a funny story, you know what I mean? Where I'm from there, I didn't have TV or these things, you know what I mean? So I was more intent to, you know what I mean, go to the music side of it, you know what I mean? Creating your mind, you know what I mean? Beating drums and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
You did a video called Dancehall Drone, and I've seen it, I've seen parts of it, with artists that are in the Toronto area. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, that I did that to help out a lot of these artists, you know what I mean? 'Cause I want where these artists in Toronto, they have a little position and they're holding down the rest of them, you know what I mean? So I built a DVD to showcase all these artists who's not getting their break, you know what I mean? It's called Dancehall Drone, you could YouTube it, it's all over, man, you know what I mean?
Now, are there copies in case people that are in the entertainment business want to get copies of that? How do they get that? Do they go to iHouseRecords?
Well, you could log on and iHouseRecords, everything is there, you know what I mean? You got YouTube channel to official iHouseRecords, you see it all there, man, you know what I mean?
I also have to ask you this, because my listeners have asked me to ask you. There was a song where Vybz Kartel was dissing Louis Rankin, and you know about that. Can you give us a little bit of insight into what happened there?
Well, that all came about when Mavada did a song dissing Vybz Kartel, you know what I mean, and he used Louis Rankin voice to sample on the track. So Vybz Kartel did a thing and you know diss up Louis Rankin, you know what I mean, if a girl cut him short. And same time me and Louis was at the studio, you know what I mean, and you know Louis love him sauce, so I'm ready. And I had a rhythm right there and then, you know what I mean. So
But I didn't even know that Louis Rankin was a singer. I thought he was a movie star.
no, he's a big singer, man. Long time, Louis Rankin typewriter, you know, go way back, you know what I mean? So, same time we just voice up the song and he did it, push it out, you know, went viral, you know, he jumped on Instagram, said something, you know what I mean?
And there was also another musical war with Cartel and Deborah Bratt. Can you tell us about that?
See, always at the right place at these right times, never the wrong times, you know. Deborah Bratt is my brethren still, you know what I mean? And we had a good song was going, you know what I mean? Floss, pass the cover, make a floss, you know what I mean? And it was going good. So I went to Jamaica to shoot the video, you know what I mean? And same time, him and Cartel had a beef. I didn't know about that, and the camera was out on the spot, and then I get caught up. And Deborah Bratt said, see, I'm a friend, Bizmo, you know what I mean? So right there, I end up in, you know what I mean? Not running, but you know what I mean? That's how it was. But me and Cartel good, you know, musical war, everything good.
Well, you know what? He's still making music.
Still making music.
And they're still selling like crazy.
Believe that, you know what I mean?
So it also looks like you're into acting. I hear you're into movies. You know, you're a writer. You're a producer. Tell us about that.
Well, we do it all, you know what I mean? As you say, check out the website, you see what I'm talking about. Our facts we deal with, you know what I mean?
For real.
Yeah, Jamaica come from, I never have it like that. So we have the opportunity to do, we're going to do everything, you know what I mean? I've been in a few movies, you know what I mean? But right now I have my own. It's an, I'm the one who wrote it.
Okay.
I mean, it was filmed in Jamaica and Canada, you know what I mean? Nothing like this ever happened in Canada. It's going to be a classic in the GTA. With
Now, is this movie We Run the Streets on 6K quality? Or?
Well, you got to get your copy to see what. You know what I mean? You got to get your copy.
Can we get a
You have another
sneak
question
peek?
for Japiwa?
Can we get a sneak peek?
Well, the trailer is on YouTube, you know what I mean? Everything is on iOS. You just touch it one time, you can see the quality, what we're working with is great, you know what I mean?
No, I've seen the quality, and as you know, I was extremely, because you know, I work in the electronic business, and I've always thought 4K was it. But when I saw the 6K stuff that you know he had, man, I was just Bizmo. You know, I rate you from this day onward, man, and I'm endorsing as DJ Cool, multi-award winning radio host. I'm endorsing iHouseRecords and Bizmo. We stand behind you 100% here at 102.7 FM, Radio Waterloo.
Respect, you know what I mean?
I'm looking at one right now. I'm looking at one of the videos right now on the website.
Checking it out.
I gotta say,
you started a movie called Small World. Is that? Can you talk about that?
Small World, yeah, you know, that's my movie. I wrote
Okay.
that movie, you know what I
Okay.
mean? And there's a lot of Toronto artists in it. I want to be the first one to have a Jamaican movie that was done in Canada and Jamaica. And we have a main star in it, Louis Rankin, plus a lot more, you know, I mean, a lot of Canadian artists in it too, you know, I mean, because I'm sure.
Well, you know, the name Louis Rankin is very popular in this area here in our Tri-Cities. Yeah, he's you probably know Louis Rankin from going down to the ring down in Brantford and places like those. Tell us about, you know, what's up for the future, because I know you guys you've waited and now you've come out and you're ready to take on Canada and the world.
Believe that we have a lot of stuff coming, you know, I mean, a lot. As I say, I have this new movie about to hit theaters, because that's where we're gonna put it. We have the DVD, but we're not. You can't get it like that. You gotta come out in theater, but we're showing you we have everything ready. Because iHouse is independent, you know what I mean. I do everything by myself, you know what I mean.
Well, you know that the government helps people like yourself that are in business. You probably are not aware of that, but the government of Canada will help Canadian entrepreneurs like yourself to, you know, take this to another level. Are you aware of that?
Well, we know, but in every situation you got people who know people who stop people, you know what I mean? So we just leave them on them thing, you know what I mean? Because everything have position, you know what I mean? There's somebody running this position who's stopping the youths, you know what I mean? But we're doing it a different way, and big up the government and them thing, but we're good, you know what I mean?
For real, for real.
Yeah.
Now, you also have won many awards, including, you know, which one was the most important to you? Because I know you won a lot of awards. But one of them, I know you showed it to me and you said, you know, that one meant a lot. Tell us about that.
Well, I've done a lot of work in Canada, you know what I mean, GTA, Toronto, and nobody ever recognized my work, you know what I mean, but everybody know the work, I know iHouse, and I was surprised to see somebody call me up one day and say I'm not even at the award and I win the trophy, you know what I mean? So I ended up going there the same night because I was in the, you know what I mean, in the town, in the area.
Yes.
It was good, you know, to see somebody checking for you when you're not even.
For real.
You know what I mean?
And that was the Canadian Reggae Artist of the Year award?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canadian Reggae Artist, you know what I mean?
So, Tapiwa, you gotta say congratulations to this man.
Congratulations.
Canadian Reggae Artist of the Year.
Man.
You know, you in the movie business, you're doing movies, you have TV appearances. I know you were on what, was it NBC?
Fox Television,
Fox TV,
sponsored by
Tell us about
Rolex, you know what I mean? It was a late night show, you know what I mean? One of them talk show.
Okay.
And it was sponsored by Rolex, you know, I go do my thing, you know what I mean?
Now, you know that when we do interviews, we always have to ask our guests to share their social media sites with people. So how can folks get a hold of you in case they want to?
iHouseRecords, the letter I, HOUSC record. Just type in that, Google it, it's all over. Facebook, everything, iHouseRecords, official iHouseRecords. See
Well,
what's up.
I can tell you that from this day onward, you will see a lot of people coming to iHouseRecords because you're listening to a show that's not just heard here in our Tri-Cities, but it's heard in Toronto, in Hamilton, Jamaica, United States, England, Montreal. There are people listening in Montreal right now, Calgary, Alberta, and all over. So we want to thank you for at least coming in this evening and sharing with us. Is there anything else you want to say before you go?
Well, I want them to look out for the movie. Get a copy of the movie when it's out. Small World, you know. Big up Felicia, you know, that's my artist, you know what I mean?
But hey, you're representing well, my brother. I can tell you, you started working on a song called Foreign Life. And, you know, I know myself, I was said to you, you got to record that. Because, you know what, I heard your little part that you did. And you wrote that song, didn't you?
Wrote everything I do, you know. Everything I also do, I wrote, you know what I mean? We don't take nothing from nobody, you know what I mean? Original, that's how we do it.
Well, you know what, we're proud of you. And I know, Tapiwa, before Bizmo goes, is there any other question you want to ask him?
Do you work with artists that are not from the GTA? Because I know there's.
We couldn't hear the question, so
Oh.
just go to the mic and ask him the question.
Oh, sorry. Do you work with artists that are from outside of the GTA?
Yeah, I work with everyone, man, from Gully side to Gaza, it's all there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because the reason I'm asking is because we do have quite a few artists that are local that I know could use your video expertise and things like that. So if you don't mind, just one more time giving out your either your website, your Facebook and Twitter.
Well, you know, I mean, as I said, iHouseRecords, the whole contact is there sending information. You want to get your video shoot, contact iHouseRecords. The thing is there, you know what I mean? Send us a message and we get back to you. It's like that. Business.
So you do videos, you do movies, you do records,
everything. We do beats,
so
we do
people,
everything.
You gotta get
mix, master, everything. So you know, iHouseRecords, one stop.
You know, iHouseRecords, I'm telling you, for 2017, 2018, that's the name people are going to be talking about. iHouseRecords, and of course we're putting them here on the afternoon drive with DJ Cool and friends, Tapiwa. You know, we like the fact that you came in this evening to talk to, my brethren Bizmo. And Bizmo, you know, give us again the website because we want people to, you know, get tired of hearing this because that's how the thing gets popular.
iHouseRecords.com. Remember, iHouse, IHOUSE Records, and everything is there. .com, official, you know what I mean?
Well, I know that a lot of my listeners are going to be checking you out because I've got not only people that are regular listeners, but we also have people that are in the entertainment business. And, you know, I hope that they will contact you. iHouseRecords. Do you have an email address that they can write to?
iHouseRecords@gmail.com. Everything iHouseRecords. Just Google iHouse to the right.
iHouse.
And real music we deal with, you know what I mean? So a lot of people might see the, you know what I mean, the mainstream stuff, but we do real reggae music, you know what I mean?
And you have a lot of products on the website that you can show people as the work that you do, right?
iHouseRecords.com. Everything is there. Action.
Wow. I am so glad I had you in studio as a guest today, my brethren. Plenty of respects, and you know what, we're going to talk some more. And we're also going to bring you back into the studios here again another time. Anything else you want to say?
Well, one of the people I know say, I get a blind on farm work, run off and can't find work. 10 grand for marriage, so me grind like find dirt. Hustle hard, no get the money where me time work. Can't complain, so me stick where me find work. More time me last, so the Lord, I try search. Let me tell you Sunday mornings, how I church. Pray for the people, if I never got, I know I hurt. Things not come easy, mama tell me, so I work. Foreign life, I know nothing with them.
Oh my gosh. Now, Tapiwa, you got to take the mic there. What the heck do you think of that? I told him he's got to put that on CD.
Yeah, he
He's
does,
got
man. If I had to grade that out of 10, I'll probably give it like 11 and a half.
I'm giving it a 20 out of 10 on that one. Bizmo, my brethren, enough respect to you and the iHouseRecords family. We know you're going to get bigger and better, and we are glad that you came over here to our Tri-Cities to share that experience with us.
All right, thanks for the love, and I appreciate it.
What a power respect. So there we go, folks. That is Bizmo, my brethren from out of Toronto, in studios here live with us today at Sound FM. It's 102.7, and he's the owner of iHouseRecords. Please make sure you check out the website, iHouseRecords. And again, I'm saying that it is fully endorsed 100% by DJ Cool, multi-award winning host here at 102.7 FM. And Tapiwa, you can take the mic and say, if you said a 12 out of 10 or 11 out of 10, it means that you're endorsing iHouseRecords.
Yeah, man, I seriously, I honestly do, and he's very talented, and I hope before he leaves, he'll do that one more time.
Well, you know what, we're going today for a longer time, so we might get him again to come back and do something more. But we have some more music we want to play, some events we want to talk about. An event, of course, that I'm going to keep talking about is the one that's happening this weekend. It's a Canada Day weekend. It's going to be at Woodbine Mall. And, Freddie McGregor, no, that one is on the weekend here. But the one I want to talk about is Tassan Chin, Romain Virgo. And, we have people like Tony Anthony, Jimmy Reed, Yoronto Music Festival. That's, for the website, it's www.yoronto.com, and we can show this, to the cameras there. It's a big show, and if you can zoom in on some of the artists, DJ Cool will be there too. And I know you're going to be there with your beautiful wife. And I'm going to be working on the Sunday. So it's your Toronto Music Festival featuring Romain Virgo, Baby Sham will be in the house, Professor Nuts, Alison Hines, Delroy G, Sir B, and all the good people, Tassan Chin, yours truly, DJ Cool, Specs the Boss from G987 also be in the house, Wiz, and so many people, Tassan, Lieutenant Stitchy, Eric Donaldson, boy, this is a big show, and we want everybody to come out and support it. And while we queue up some more music, we like what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work. And of course, Bizmo, want to thank you for coming in our studios today and sharing your love, sharing all the information about iHouseRecords. You know what? I might even start getting into movie now, man, because you can guide me and coach me. I might be an actor soon on a movie because he's the owner of iHouseRecords. He does movies. He's an actor. He records, and the quality is what I like.
Yeah.
I really, a lot of people that are listening to the show today never even knew that 6K existed.
I didn't know.
Because I thought 4K was the highest.
I know. I had like 4K TV. I thought that was it.
No, there's actually 6K, and the quality of 6K is second to none. It's just amazing, and I want people to check out Dancehall Drone, the CD. It should be available in a lot of the flea markets in Toronto and places like that. So it's called Dancehall Drone. It features a lot of Toronto artists that he's compiled from shows that he's done and work that he's done with them. So we want people to check that out. So again, I want to thank Bizmo for coming in. We're going to continue the show all the way up until 7 o'clock tonight because you know what? We got lots of time. We're going to play some reggae music. Blood. You're listening to 102.7 FM. My name, of course, is DJ Cool, hanging out with you until 7 o'clock today. I want to say again, special thanks to our brethren who just left the studios, Mr. Bizmo. What do you think about Bizmo?
Bizmo, man, he is amazing. Guess what? I just got a text message, and I want to give a big shout out to Stanley, who is listening, and he was very impressed with Mr. Bizmo.
Well, Bizmo, there you go. Stanley loves your style, my brother. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a young man who's one of the most talented that I've met in quite a while, and I've been working in the radio business for a long time. Most talented artist, writer, movie star, producer, and owner of iHouseRecords. You got to remember the name Bizmo. And you know what? The interview with Bizmo was fantastic.
It was great.
And that track that he gave me, T. Summer, I think I'm going to play it again right after this one here because what would you like to say? Would you like to see him back again in our Tri-Cities here at 102.7 FM?
Oh yeah, man, not just here in the studio, but I would love to see him do some work with some of our local artists.
Well, you know what, and I know a lot of local artists like Errol Blackwood and those guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They would love to.
Yeah. But the one thing I really would like for him to do is the next time he makes another movie is to put me in it.
Well, I want to be in it too. Well, you know what? He had that track out that he did, called Best Summer Song. Here it is. 102.7 FM. Artist out of Toronto, his name is Bizmo.
Yeah, somebody get liquor. Yeah, radio station of fire. Fire. Somebody get. I hear that on the radio. Right now, my heart. People them are requesting thing. Let them go and fight now. Somebody get liquor. Yeah, the radio and tear down. Them me say no. Big up DJ Cool anyway. Big up Felicia. I host to the world. Go and listen to the tune, man. Yeah, the radio. Bumbuckler. Hard man, I work in a long time and I do this, you know. Party done. All fish pan will only shotty come. Somebody get weighed. Somebody get liquor. Somebody get. Give me some time, man. Just tell them that. Keep them pillows, killer. Somebody get weighed.
That is the music there of Bizmo out of Toronto at 102.7 FM. Afternoon Drive with DJ Cool coming your way every Monday from 4 till 7. Track is called The Best Summer Song. And I want to thank our sponsors who were so good to come aboard with us again for another drive.
Hot.